Okay, I'm gonna go completely on the fly again, and I may just start doing every video like this, just to save time, uh, and free up some time for some other things as well. As I just want to catch something that maybe pops out here to look at, and there may not really be much, right? What's going on in the NBA? When I click on sports, NBA doesn't pop up. It's just like the World Series and stuff. Wembenyama, they talking about him, best start in franchise history for the Spurs. What about like another game? Can you click on just the NBA anymore? That's interesting. You used to be able to hit sports. Look, NFL, World Series, men's hoops top 25. How come the NBA isn't up there? That's weird. Um, Let me go over here. Click on the NBA. That's weird, huh? So I'm working on an Arizona story right now on the side. So I won't look at that Suns Grizzlies game. Lakers Timberwolves, Nuggets Pelicans, Jazz Trailblazers, Bulls Kings. I might look at that Bulls Kings game. Let's click on that. Unfortunately, with the Bulls are 4-0. Unfortunately, with no story, they don't just highlight a specific player. But let me see who shined in this game. Zach LaVine had 30 points for the Kings. He used to be on the Bulls, yeah. I see Zach LaVine. And look, DeMar DeRozan on the Kings. They were both on the Bulls, weren't they? For the Bulls, Matas Buzelas, 27 points in 34 minutes. What did Westbrook do? Did he play? 12 points. So let's look at the Kings here. I just covered the Russell Westbrook story with him like signing with the Kings. But look, Zach LaVine with 30 points. So he's got 8 on his jersey. Let's look up Zach LaVine. That's interesting too because when I put Zach, it may be spelled differently, but Zach Fox pops up, a comedian and rapper. Oh, it's spelt the same with Zach. Zach Fox, Zach LaVine. That's interesting because the Kings had De'Aaron Fox. And that's amazing too because I just did the OTF with Michael J. Fox. And look, this dude's on the Spurs now. Okay, I got to keep focus here. That's amazing, isn't it? Look at the last video. Michael J. Fox. So that's good stuff right there. So let's go back. Try not to get distracted here. Oh, it is spelled differently. You also got Zach Collins on the Bulls. Look at that. You got 2 Zachs. But Zach LaVine is on the Kings now. Is he? Is he on the Kings? He is on the Kings. That's amazing, isn't it? That's awesome. A lot of stuff going on here. Look, even the Kings scored 113 points. That connects to the Bulls because Michael Jordan equals 113. Michael Jordan connected to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant equals 113. The National Basketball Association equals 113. The Bulls scored 126 points. That's Kobe Bryant's death date, January 26, 126. Good Lord, right? I want to try to watch like the words I'm using. Look, even LaVine was drafted 13th overall. And his team scores 113 here. Michael Jordan, Bull Energy, M, the 13th letter. He has 30 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 3-3. Remember, Michael equals 33. Bulls equals 33 in the language. That's amazing, huh? So look, a lot of that stuff just from looking at that, you know what I'm saying, without even really getting into it. That's why I kind of like doing the OTF on the fly with basketball. And again, you see here Zach LaVine, Zachary Thomas LaVine. I'm going to throw that in the calculator as well. And what, even his full name, look at his full name, Zachary Thomas LaVine. You get 103 like 13. Zachary LaVine 206 like 26. Remember, Bryant equals 26, Jordan equals 26. The Bulls score 126 in this game to defeat LaVine and the Kings. Good stuff, huh? Okay, so you're seeing this. Let's make it Zach. Oops. Right there. Probably just Zach like that. And LaVine right there as well. When's dude's birthday? He has 30 points in this game. He's averaging 29. The Bulls are 4-0, but his Kings are 1-4. 4 losses, 1 win. Remember, King equals 41, right? Kobe Bryant dead at age 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41. King equals 23. If you think of King, you think of LeBron King James, some of you. He has 23 on his jersey. He kind of goes back and forth, 23 and 6. Michael Jordan, obviously known for the 23. You know, his nickname's not King, but you could look at him as like a basketball king, right? King also equals 22 like basketball. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of good stuff right away there. LaVine was drafted by the T-Wolves. Look, he's age 30. He scores 30 points. He's born in the 3rd month. 30 is like 3. I said last time that I was going to screenshot a couple of these and put them on Google Slides. I did, but then, sometimes it's okay to just say it, right? And you can run it back if you want. But he's born in the 3rd month. He scores 30 points. And there might have been another 30 there that I forgot. That's why I like to kind of keep track of this. Look, they even pick up the victory by 13 points. Right? Drafted 13th overall. They score 13 or 113, excuse me, to go with those other 113s, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Even Kobe Bryant was drafted 11th overall, or excuse me, 13th overall in the first round, 113 as well. And his first game was on 11-3. I can't remember if it was overall or as a starter, but you can go look at that. So they win by 13 points. That's why I kind of picked this game as well, because I see the Bulls, I see 113, I see the 126, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're off and rolling. And look, he's got that March 10th birthday. Richard, if you're out there, you just brought that up. And you mentioned Osama bin Laden's birthday. And I can't remember the other character who has that birthday that you mentioned. I know Justin Herbert has that birthday in the NFL, and I think I recently had a breakdown with that birthday also. He's born in 1995. In the last on the fly I did my last video, I highlighted Michael Jordan scoring 55 points in 1995 against the Knicks. It was just after he came back from retirement, and how Michael Jeffrey Jordan connected to Michael J. Fox. And that's amazing because I mentioned De'Aaron Fox earlier, who was a Sacramento King, now on the Spurs, who, it appears the Spurs are having a great year so far with Wembanyama. So that's interesting as well. They don't they don't really just tell you their birthdays. Like, you got to like click a couple of times and click on Wikipedia. It used to just pop up right away. Sometimes it doesn't now. But he's got that. That's De'Aaron Fox right there. Swipa, no swiping. Dora the Explorer. Dora's got D like De'Aaron. Anyways, so yeah, this is kind of cool. We could just do things like this now. Zach LaVine, how many days before his next birthday was this game? Was yesterday, 10/29. Do I have a Zach LaVine image up here? We could pull this one up. I could probably play some of his highlights as well. I got away with that in the last video. I think as long as I'm talking, I may do that. But he has this 30-point game. And let's see how many days before his birthday. 10/3. Oh, 3/10, excuse me. March 10th birthday. Okay, so let's just see what we get here. And again, the stuff may not land, right? It may not land. It's a 133-day span from the game to his next birthday. So you get another 13 in there. Okay. Even look at this 4-month, 10-day span from the game to his birthday. So you get like a sneaky 41 in there as well. Remember, Kobe Bryant equals 41, dead at age 41. LA equals 41 as well. And there's probably some other 41s and 14s connected there. I think LA equals 14 and 41. Okay, so look, this game was on the 302nd day of the year and trending on the 303rd day of the year, which is today. 303 is like 33. Remember, Michael and Bulls equals 33. Michael 33, Bulls 33. And I also noticed this goes back to the last trending story connected with Michael J. Fox. Remember, Back to the Future, when Michael Jordan came out of retirement, it was like, I'm back, or he's back. Remember, Pippen held the shoe up. I think it said, I'm back, or come back, or whatever. But you can just watch my last on the fly, the last video, and you can see how this connects. Because Michael Jordan scored 63 points against the Celtics in one of his most memorable games. And he was also born in 1963. And you see this game leaves 63 days in the year. Notice how the next birthday for Zach LaVine is the 69th day of the year. That's Michael J. Fox's birthday, which I connected in the last video. And remember, that connects to De'Aaron Fox, who was a member of the Kings. Look at that. Bam, Michael J. Fox with a 6/9 birthday. Look how it goes directly to the next story and connects. And don't forget, was it Bulls that equals 69? Bulls equals 69. Isn't that amazing? And 66 is like 6. Michael J. Fox, with that 6-month birthday, Michael Jordan has 6 championships. And remember, Bulls equals 66, like I just said, like 6. Jordan's got the 6 championships. 6, and the 6th month is very important with basketball. That's NBA Finals month. That's amazing, isn't it? So, I mean, this stuff is all by the language and the numbers, okay? That's awesome, man. Even the nickname for De'Aaron Fox, Swipa, like the Fox, Dora the Explorer. Swipa's got the S like San Antonio and Sacramento. He's currently on San Antonio. Was a member of Sacramento. So that's awesome, man. He was also on the Wildcats. If you want to say something like that, Cats, Fox, I don't know. But amazing. So, that good stuff. You even get 48. Oh, don't forget Michael Jordan made his debut with the Bulls October 26th. His first game, and this game is 3 days after that anniversary. Remember, LaVine, born in the 3rd month, he scores 30 points in this game. 30 is like 3. Nice stuff, man. Michael 33, Bulls 33. Let's go back over here. Let's look at some of the. Let me pull up some of his highlights, possibly. And this is going to be another easy one already, okay? Let me see. Zach LaVine 30. And Zach rhymes with Back to the Future. Man, this stuff is amazing with that Michael J. Fox, Michael Jeffrey Jordan connection. Wow, Zach like back. And I also connected that to Jamie Foxx, like Michael J. Fox. Jamie Foxx is in a movie. I can't remember what it's called. It's called Back in Something or Back to Something, like Back to the Future. Amazing. So let's see if I can is this new? Let's see. I might be able to get away with this possibly. If not, it's okay. But you just kind of like see some highlights there of Zach LaVine number 8, and if I gotta edit it out, whatever. But just so you can kind of view some of the highlights right there for Zach LaVine, averaging 29.2 points. He's even averaging 3 rebounds on the season. Don't forget he had 3 assists, 3 rebounds in this game, and he had 36 minutes, so you get that 3-6, 6-6-6. Michael Jordan's whole career is based on 3 and 6. Even his dad died 33 days after he won his 3rd championship. I can't quite remember if it was a span. I think it was 30 days after, or I think it was 33 days after his 3rd championship. Oh, and Zach LaVine is age 30 currently right now. So, I mean, good stuff, man. 10-3 birthday. Again, 10 plus 3 is 13. They lose by 13 points, scoring 113. Like 13, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant equals 113, the National Basketball Association. Solid stuff there, man. Solid stuff. I'll just enter a few more things like Sacramento Kings. Sacramento equals 37 like Jordan and 37 like Chicago. Sacramento equals 62 like Jordan equals 62 and 26. Solid, huh? And I see here that Sacramento Kings equals 61. Michael J. Fox is born in 61. You see right there, born in 61. Good stuff. Good stuff. So we have the calculator being utilized here. Even Sacramento equals 161 like 61. We have the calculator. We got the date calculator rolling here. His next birthday's got 59 date numerology. Michael Jordan equals 59. You also look, you also get 23 date numerology. Michael Jordan, known for that 23. Even MJ equals 23. M the 13th letter, J the 10th. You see that? MJ 23, and there's that 13 again. Air equals 26 like Jordan. You see that? Isn't that amazing? Chicago's got that 37 like Jordan. So it's here we go again, solid stuff, man. It doesn't mean that there's uh it doesn't mean that you're gonna get stories with Jordan and LaVine, although there probably is, right? That's not what I'm talking about. It's like when you're talking Chicago, everything Chicago related is going to connect by the numbers. That's how people end up in certain places. This happened. This has happened in my personal life as well. I just never kept track of it because usually we're used to following the celebrities. Okay. But this happens in my real life where I started keeping track of places I got hired. You may start to get to know some of the people you work with on a personal level, and I'm telling you, look at it because you get put together for a reason. If you've ever been to jail, you know what section are you going to get housed in, what bunk number. If you go from jail to prison, which prison unit are you going to end up on. I'm telling you, when I started looking at this stuff a few years back, I'm like, wow, it's amazing. Okay, now some people could laugh at that, do what you want, but man, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go back to this game now here. Bulls 4-0, Kings 1-4. DeRozan on the Kings as well, and he was also a member of the Bulls. Here he is right here. He's got number 10 on his jersey. Remember, Zach LaVine, born on the 10th. When's DeRozan's birthday? He's age 36. He's born in the 8th month, and LaVine's got the 8 on his jersey. So DeRozan teammates with LaVine now. DeRozan born in the 8th month. LaVine the 8 on the jersey. LaVine born on the 10th day of March. DeRozan's got the 10 on his jersey. He's got DDD. DeMar Darnell DeRozan, D the 4th letter, 444. And the Bulls are 4-0 and the Kings have 4 losses. And I think there was another 4 in there as well. He's age 36, DeMar. And we just went over the 3s and the 6s connected Jordan. Oh, he's averaging 4.4 rebounds. When's his birthday? August 7th. So he's got the Sidney Crosby birthday. I'm not saying that's going to connect anywhere. I'm just pulling it up. That's Sidney Crosby's birthday. And remember, Crosby's got the 8-7 on his jersey, born 8-7 in the year 87. Come on, man. So DeMar DeRozan, this is one of the greatest NHL players ever right here. If you went down, you would probably find some connections here. There's probably some right in front of me that I'm missing. I'm just kind of pointing that out. How many days after DeRozan's birthday is this game? So he's got He's got the 8/7 birthday. Again, this is OTF on the fly. 8/7 birthday. This game 10/29. Check this out. 2-month, 23-day span. DeRozan's birthday to this game, like 23. Remember, MJ equals 23, war number 23. King equals 23, as he's a member of the Kings. Even if you make that a span, King equals 22, or not, excuse me, that's a span right there. Without the span, 2 months and 22 days after his birthday, King equals 22. Good stuff, huh? Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. So I'm going to be leaving a lot on the table here for sure. But that's amazing. Good stuff right there. Okay. The game was on 84 date numerology, and the game an 84-day span from DeRozan's birthday to the game. Even DeAndre Fox has that D, DeAndre, and then you get the 3 Ds with DeMar DeRozan, including his middle name. Good stuff. And you see, we all start from Zach LaVine right here. Interesting name. I'm sure there's something else with his. He's only averaging 1.6 assists, so this is a scorer right here. Only 1.6, 3 rebounds. Probably bump both of those up a little bit. I'm sure his teammates in a scripted league probably aren't complaining too much. So I mean, what else is there? You're gonna get the blurry image there. I don't got time to click on Instagram and make it better. You're gonna get kind of the blurry image of Zach LaVine right there. So 30 points, LaVine. We went over the birthday. We went over the birthday. We we did some Gematrinator calculating on the Gematrinator website with the words turning into numbers. Um, all these connections with MJ and Michael Jordan, De'Aaron Fox, right? So pretty solid. I'm just going to briefly look at who's this? Look at this guy, Matas Buzelis. He's number 14 on his jersey for the Bulls. And look, the Kings are 1-4 right there. The opponent. Let's click on the guy and just briefly look at him real quick. 16.8, 4.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists. Remember Jordan, his birthday, the 48th day of the year. I guess depending on what year, I guess. I don't know. Usually when I look, it's the 48th day of the year. Matas Arvydas Buzelis, age 21. He was drafted 11th. Look at this guy's got the October 13th birthday. So there's that 113 again. Look at that right there. 113. 10/13 like 113. Okay. Again. Zach LaVine, born 10/3. Or excuse me, 3/10. So look, 10/13, 3/10. You get the same numbers. And again, that all breaks down to that 113, man. That all breaks down to that 113. Let's pull up this guy's image. That's awesome, isn't it? And the Kings score 113. Again, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. The National Basketball Association equals 113. So that's solid. I'm just going to roll with that right now on the fly. And you see, we just completely went on the fly there from scratch. 13-point victory even. So we completely went on the fly with this Kings Bulls game Wednesday, October 29th. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So who's the next opponent for the Kings? Let's see. It looks like Saturday they will be traveling to Milwaukee and playing the Bucks for a game on Saturday, their next game. Okay, so awesome. OTF on the fly, man. Sacramento Kings at Chicago Bulls. Basically, the story centered around the nice game by Zach LaVine, and you have a DeMar DeRozan. You have DeMar DeRozan checking it as well. All right, cool. Until next time, OTF on the fly, NBA.